Hey there, in today's video we're going to learn about the Countif function. The Countif function is very useful if we want to find out how many times a certain entry appears in a set of data. So in this case here what we have is we have some names and the favorite fruit of a bunch of people. Let's say we wanted to figure out how many times each fruit appears in the list. So the first thing we have to do is we have to establish our range. So the range can be this range here from B2 to B9. You could include the column heading if you like, or you could do all of column B. All right, so we're going to start by checking just this range here, B2 to B9, for apples. Okay, so we're going to enter equal sign, count if, and then a bracket. The next thing that we have to do is we have to put the range of cells in that we are checking for our apples. So that would be B2 colon B9. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a comma. And since we're searching for text inside of quotation marks, we are going to enter the name of the fruit. Now it has to match exactly how it appears in the list. So if you put apple, you're going to get 0. Okay? So we want to look for apples. We're going to close our quotation marks and we're going to close our bracket. Okay, so there's our formula, equals count if, bracket B2 colon B9, comma, quotation, and then inside of quotes, apples. Upper and lower case doesn't make a difference here, so don't worry about that. We're going to press enter and we can see that apples appears 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, as the favorite fruit. Right now, if we said apple instead of apples, it's going to be 0 because the word apple itself does not appear in our list. So you have to make sure that they match exactly. Accordingly, if you have apple in one of your items here, it's going to be 3 because we have one that doesn't match up. So make sure that they match up. Okay. So the other way to do it is to reference the whole column if you know that you want to search the whole column. In that case, what you're going to do is pretty much the same, except we're not going to do it there. For oranges, we're going to do equals, count if, bracket, same as before. This time we're just going to do B colon B, and you'll see that it highlights the whole column. Then we do a comma in quotation marks, oranges. Close our quotes, close our bracket, and we see that oranges appears 2 times in our column. Now if down here, let's say in this cell, we enter Tammy and she also likes oranges, that number is going to increase to 3. So every time you enter a new person and their favorite fruit, if it matches one of your COUNTIF functions, it's going to update that for you. Okay, so if you want to specify a range of cells, you enter the formula as so up here, B2 colon B9. If you're not sure how far in the column your range is going to extend, you can do it this way and just reference the column itself, and it will do the whole column for you. So that's just a little bit about the COUNTIF function. Oh, one more thing before we go. If you are searching for numbers, okay, let's say you want to see how many times the number 1 appears. So let's see how many fruit each person has eaten. So let's say Steve has eaten 5 apples. And you want to search how many times the number 5 occurs. It's the same thing, equals count if. This time, obviously, we're searching column C, so we'll do C colon C. Since we're searching for numbers, you do not need the quotation marks. Okay? And there we have 1. So when you're dealing with numbers, you don't have to bother entering the quotation marks into your formula. All right, so that's a little bit about the COUNTIF function. I hope you found that video useful, and everyone have a great day.